I'm Jordan Cunningham, and I'm off the field with Chakour Biao. Good evening, Chakour. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good myself. Favorite song?
Probably The Climb Back by J. Cole.
Climb Bible. Is that your favorite artist?
Yeah.
Or any other songs you like by him?
Uh, shoot.
He got a lot of good songs.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Why you like J. Cole though?
Nah, he just speaks to me, man.
He speak to you?
He a good artist.
You feel like you could relate to him?
A little bit. I ain't go through the stuff he went through, but it's nice to listen to it.
What is your favorite food to eat before a big competition? Like the night before?
Look, I shouldn't be doing this one, but it's got to be a steak and cheese.
A steak and cheese?
Yeah, so I'm going to give me a steak and cheese and like 2 honey buns from the corner store.
2 honey buns?
Give me an Arizona, too. That just...
Favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show? Ooh. I mean, I say the Breaking Bad because I probably just finished rewatching it. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's my show, too.
Good.
It's a lot of plot twists in that TV show. Like, it's hard to keep up, but that's why it's so interesting. Like, I'm able to watch that over and over. Now, let's talk about this guitar. Eric said you're teaching yourself to play the guitar. Let's jump into that. Tell me about that.
So pretty much over the summer, I had to get surgery. So I was in the crib the whole summer. I couldn't walk, couldn't do nothing. So once I started being able to walk and stuff, I got me a job. And I was like, I took one paycheck. I was like, I'm going to buy me something I want to always do. It was either between the piano or guitar. I chose the guitar. And ever since then, I've just been practicing, teaching myself. It's a fun little hobby.
Do you have a favorite song to play?
Yeah, Pink Matter by Frank Ocean.
Pink Matter by Frank Ocean. Is that easy to play?
Yeah, it's easy. It's the first song I think I learned how to play fully. It's easy.
Do you remember how long it took you to play it?
Too long. Yo, I didn't know how to... Now, people might think playing an instrument is easy, but one thing about the guitar, I have big fingers. You got to place it in the right way. So I kept putting my fingers on the wrong frets or it just didn't sound right. It wouldn't go. It was annoying.
Was that frustrating?
Bro, I was done. I was like, I just spent $500 for no reason.
Did you ever think about like, yo, I'm not picking this guitar back up?
Yo, I put that every time I kept doing that. I give myself like 5 minutes. I put it down. Now I come right back.
Let's talk about your relationship with Eric, because he was just over here messing with you, cracking jokes.
Nah, that's my guy. You know, everybody in the field house, if you hear, you gonna know Eric. He make himself known. He's just a nice guy. You know, at first everybody think he mean because he in his office all the time. But once you go in there a couple times, he start cracking jokes with you. You know, he is a bad guy because he's a Red Sox fan. Yeah, I'm not even going to say too much on that. You know, Yankees all the way.
What school do you go to? What grade are you in?
I go to James Hill House. I'm a senior.
Senior? Okay. Yeah. Oh, so you're getting ready to graduate?
Yeah.
You going to college?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. What do you plan to do? What college you want to go to?
My 3 dream schools would probably be, if I was staying state, UConn. The other one is University of Miami and USC, University of Southern California. So those are the top 3.
Why is UConn number 1?
UConn's number 1 because it's a great in-state school. It's a high-caliber school, Division I. Their track team is elite, and the campuses is just fire, so you can't hate on it.
Do you feel like with this track you'll be able to get a better chance of going to UConn?
Absolutely. You know, it's a little harder if I want to be realistic because now you have to worry about not just only getting into school, but also being good enough to be on the track team. But if you are, they're going to compensate you. You're not only getting academic scholarships, but you might get athletic scholarships. So you wouldn't have to really pay if you play outright.
Who's your favorite sports hero?
If I had to choose, I'd probably say Grant Holloway. He got the 60-meter hurdle world record right now. Okay.
Is that someone you look up to?
Yeah, he kind of run the same and built the same like me, so it's nice to see someone built like me running like that. So
you feel like you can work to get there?
You could work to get there, but there's a little bit of just some you gotta be born with, and he definitely born with it.
Yeah, it's probably just take a little bit of discipline. You be able to get there. What have you learned about teamwork from your past teams?
Oh, I learned a lot about teamwork. You know, you would think track is an individual sport, but one thing you got to learn is you got to rely on your teammates. You got to rely on your teammates to go out there and do what they got to do when it's time, especially for states. Like, you look at all the banners and stuff like that.
Yes.
You got to rely on your teammates. Everybody thinks it's an individual event, but if you do good and your teammates do good, do bad, it don't matter. So you got to learn how to trust, and especially in relays and stuff like that, you got to trust they're going to be in the right position to do what they got to do, hand you the baton and run fast, you know? So you just got to learn how to always trust.
Definitely. How are you trusting them? Because you put them trust someone a lot. Are you having conversations with them, or is it practice?
I think it's mostly the practice. Like, if you in practice and we all dying together, we over here suffering together, you got no choice but to build a bond. Like, that's just how
click.
it is. Yeah. Like, if we all on the floor after a workout, we got no choice, you know?
I agree. So, how has the past teams you've been on made you a better person?
I think this teams have just taught me how to work hard. I feel like I wasn't athletic before. I never thought nobody would have thought I would have done anything athletic. I was more academic guy, but academics always came easy to me, so I didn't really need to pay attention. I just kind of did whatever because I was going to get it. But athletics taught me something that was hard and something I just I had to keep going. It taught me how to work harder, and I didn't have that before. So,
okay. What would you do if you saw a kid struggling to learn a new move or play?
I'm gonna help him. Like, I'm one of the older kids. We call us veterans on the team. Okay. That's my job. Like, if the coaches don't see it, I see it. That's my job. I gotta go help them because I used to be a freshman. Everybody tell you I got no coordination. I couldn't get no drills right. So it was like the seniors' job to help me. And over time they did, and I slowly built up. But now I got to continue going.
Okay. How important is an athlete public image?
Very important. Most athletes got to learn how to carry themselves. There's going to be time when you're mad. People tend to forget that athletes are human. So you got to learn how to carry yourself. There's going to be times that you're mad, frustrated, you didn't perform the way you wanted to, and you got to learn how to handle that. You got to learn how to treat people, because there's always eyes on you. There's always people watching. You can't mess up in the same way other people do. I can't walk around cursing someone out after I got a bad race. I can't do that because eyes are on me. People are going to be watching. You got to carry yourself a certain way.
Yeah, I like how you say athletes are human too, because, you might come to a game and the fans might be yelling or disappointed because they're messing up. But you got to remember, I'm a human being.
Yeah.
I'll mess up, but I'm going to keep at it and get better.
Exactly.
How do you keep the people around you feeling motivated or positive? It's
hard, but I think just coming here and working out, just making it through the workouts, even the day when you don't want to, forces them to. Because it's like although we're a team, it's a little competition. We all want to be better. So like if I see someone on the team working hard, they beating me in the reps, I'm not going to sit there and just be like, all right, I'm going to let them go. No, I'm going to try to chase them. I'm going to try to stay with them. So yeah, you're going to have bad days or they're going to have bad days. But if you treat them like they good, you ain't got no choice.
I agree. Who doesn't love a little competition?
Yeah.
Are you afraid of competition or you dive right into it?
I love competition. Like, the way I see it in track is you might get in the heat where kids gonna smoke you. They're gonna do you dirty, but that's fine because at the end of the day, I'm racing for the time. Now, if I'm in the heat where everybody faster than me, they're gonna drag me to PR. They're gonna drag me to run a faster race. And if not, if I'm in a slow heat, it's gonna look like I did them dirty.
I agree.
So,
who do you look up to?
Who do I look up to? A lot of the seniors that graduated, man. Like, I used to, when I was a freshman, there was a junior that took me under the wing. His name was Meek, and he was on the team. That was just my guy, man. Literally just introduced me throughout high school, track, everything. We go parties together, everything.
Oh,
so it was like.
Did he show you new things?
Yeah, of course. And even at the time, like I said, I was butt back then, so I wanted to be better. He was showing me I can't just be saying stuff. I got to put in the work. And if I wanted to put in work, he would show me how. You know what I'm saying?
Now, outside of the field house and the gym, what are you doing to train and get better?
For a long time, because I used to suffer a lot of injuries, it was physical therapy. I'd go out of my way, do physical therapy, exercise, stuff like that. And I also would do recovery stuff.
Okay.
Recovery was very important for me because I was just always hurt. So I had to learn how to take care of my body. Yeah. It's the only one you get. I got to take care of it. So I learned that.
What was one of your biggest injuries?
So just over the summer, like I was saying, I got double hip surgery. But it was because I had a bone impingement in my hip, and I didn't know it. So every time I was running, I was basically scraping and hitting my hips, causing new injuries. I didn't even know. And I kept competing through it, even though I knew I was supposed to. So I basically tore my labrums, and it was painful. But by that point, it was like there was nothing I could do. I just had to get surgery because the bone impingement was going to cause new injuries every time. So that was probably the worst one.
How did you push through the pain and the pressure?
This one, I'm not good with this one because I'm gonna push through the pain regardless. It don't matter. So that whole indoor last year, I was suffering. But to me, it was like I finally started doing good and I finally started getting success. And I was like, I'm not gonna not show it because I'm a little hurt. And that little hurt turned into big hurt. But I was just like, I'm here now.
Yes.
Like once you're in championship season, now it's not just you. Your teammates relying on you. So I felt like I had to, and I did.
You have to, 100%. Now, did the injuries ever take a toll on your mental health?
Yeah, it's very draining. It's very hard. Like I had to mentally prepare myself to come to practice. It's like not only am I just working hard, doing a hard workout, I'm also hurting. So it's like it's double. So it was hard. It was hard mentally. It was draining mostly, especially in competition time.
Now, who helped you get through these injuries?
My coaches, they were understanding, and also the fact that I like to learn. So I was always hanging with the physical therapist and the trainer. So I learned certain things I could do to help me perform better or minimize the injury. So that also helped.
Okay. What was the feeling like once you pushed through the injury and you were able to get back on that track?
Man, I was happy, yo, because I didn't work this hard for no reason. So when I finally saw the results, I was happy. And on top of that, I basically just came back, and we had like my first meet was in New York, and I was happy to just get on the track, and I was doing good. I was whooping kids.
Yeah. Do you think like after the injury, do you feel like the surgery made you better or worse?
100%. No matter what nobody say, you can't really be 100% through injury. It's not gonna work. You just working through it, but you don't want to just work through it. You want to push through, and that's something you can't really do with injuries. So now that I don't have to worry about that, I could work much harder.
Okay.
I could compete much harder. I'm not limited to one event or two events per meet. I could go out there and do however many, you know?
What's your behavior like after you make a mistake?
I like to identify what I did. I'm gonna look at it and critique myself because you can't change a mistake if you don't acknowledge that you did it. So I'm gonna acknowledge it, understand why I did it, and try to change it. Like not look for other ways I can do it instead of that, and look for the reasons why I did it so I can change it.
Yeah, I like that because some people, they don't like to, like, when they make a mistake, they like to just shove it off. But when you learn from your mistake, it'll be hard for others to keep up with you.
Exactly.
But let me ask you this. What brings you the most joy in life?
The most joy in life?
Could be anything.
Success. I don't know. I just like the feeling of always achieving something new.
Okay.
Whenever I achieve something new, it's like, oh, yeah, I did that. Or when I teach myself something new, it's a nice feeling.
Okay. Now, I got one more question for you.
All right.
What is a good piece of advice you'll give someone at home? Could be anything. Just one good piece of advice for them.
One piece of advice. Yeah. I think knowledge is the key to life. You gotta know. You gotta learn. And you gotta be willing to learn. You can't change, you can't grow unless you're willing to learn. Life is a learning experience. You gotta be ready to learn. Like if you limit yourself to learning, you're not really living life to the fullest. I can't make the same mistake and not learn from it because I'm gonna do it again. You gotta learn.
Well, thank you, Chakour, for this interview.
All right, no
Best
problem,
adventures on your track and field, man.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
man.